Now, first, I do want to say this before I begin, okay, and I start talking in this video. I think it's full disclaimer, view disclaimer, whatever. Okay, look, I am not a manifesting coach, okay? I am not a manifesting teacher. I am just someone who is on a manifesting journey, okay? That is it. Majority of my videos are not just based off of just one topic. I talk about a lot of stuff. As you can see, I give self-help advice. I tell you guys things that I have done in my life in order to help guide you. Blase, blase. The same thing with this. I talk about different topics. It's not going to be the same all the time. Sometimes I'll jump from this. Sometimes I'll talk about that. Sometimes I'll talk about that. I'm never the type of person that likes to just stay on one topic because that's just not how my brain works. And understand that everything that I'm telling you is so I do apply in my life as well, but also is something that I am working to embody myself, working on towards. And I wanted to jump in this because I wanted to, let's take it back to Neville Goddard, okay, the famous Neville Goddard himself. Let's give a round of applause. Oh my God, here he is. Okay, seriously, stop, y'all tripping. It's too early. Whoo, it's too hot for all that. I ain't got no time, and I need some water. Hold on. All right, let's get busy. So I decided to name this, wait for it. No, I'm joking. No, but seriously, that was my thought. No sick twisted case. But I decided to call this How to Master Dwelling in the God State. Actually, how to master living in the godly state. Now, the reason I decided this is because I was reading and I was going through my notes. Please do not talk about my writing because sometimes I write beautiful, sometimes I write terrible. Okay? Which right there? I think y'all can see that. Yes, y'all can see that. Stop looking at my writing. I don't need y'all talking mess. Although I don't care. No, I'm joking. Anyway, let me just get into it. So as I was reading this, I was going into my notes and, you know, I would sometimes like listen to Neville Goddard's teachings. I don't do it every day, but you know, I wrote down some notes and then I came across living/dwelling in the God state. Now, before anyone who if you are religious, understand anything that I say is not to, I'm not disrespecting nobody's religion. I'm not disrespecting what you believe in. You believe in what you believe in. That is you, okay? But on this channel, we are open-minded. On this channel, we are limitless. On this channel, we grow. On this channel, we thrive, and we have nothing but positive vibes. The only reason I put that out is because I know that certain people will get offended by certain things only because they're closed-minded and they're not willing to actually listen to see another side of someone else's story. And me, who used to be a Christian, was just like that. And I'm not saying nothing wrong about religion whatsoever, so please don't be in the comments, but that's just not me. That's not what I believe in. I'm very open-minded to things, and I believe that God is not outside of you. I believe God is within. However, if you believe that, then that's okay. But let's get into it. Neville Goddard did not believe, first off, before we even get into this, Neville Goddard never spoke of the law of attraction. So everybody that's talking about the law of attraction, stop, because Neville never spoke of the law of attraction. He spoke of the law of assumption. Now let's go back to, what is the law of assumption? Assuming the wish fulfilled. Whatever you're thinking, whatever you are thinking yourself to be, whether it's positive or negative, that is you assuming the wish fulfilled. You are living in that feeling and you're dwelling in that feeling, okay? Whether it's positive or negative. And because our brain does not necessarily know the difference between what is good and what is bad, subconsciously you are taking all of that in, and then that is causing the feeling of how you are feeling right now, okay? Now, Neville had mentioned, he was mentioning the God state, the godly state. And one thing, if a lot of you don't know about Neville Goddard, he was actually taught by, I forgot what his name, Abdullah or something like that. He actually taught, I want to say he taught Neville how to master manifesting. I felt like, but also Neville took on his own way of manifesting. He didn't just do it the way Abdullah wanted him to do, but he did it the way he felt like, you know, let me manifest the way that I know that I can. Even though he was taught these teachings, he took them and he actually shared it with the rest of the world, something that the world needed to hear, of course, because a lot of people are not going to sit here and believe that what I'm imagining is real. Let's just get that out the way. Okay, so Neville Goddard, he basically traveled the world and he taught people about what the law of assumption was and how you should be able to live within the wish fulfilled of what you desire. What you want is already yours. If you have the feeling that it's mine and I know it's mine, how they say that the feeling is what creates your reality. Yes, because once your thoughts, which you have already thought that I want that car, that's my thought, I'm going to feel like I already have that car. I'm going to imagine driving that car. I'm going to imagine getting in that car. If you like loving on the seats, baby, if you touching on the car, you know what I'm saying? Kissing on it. Don't do all that, baby, but that's okay too. You know, you getting in there, you behind the steering wheel, you know what I'm talking about? And you just like, well, I'm enjoying this ride, you know. So once you think something, naturally you're going to have that emotion, and the emotion, you're going to feel that feeling. Okay, so Neville went on to he believed that Jesus and God, he believed that we were already Jesus and God. Okay, Neville was a Christian. Okay, so that's something that he did believe in, but he thought that God was within. He felt as if though if God could turn himself into man, then man can turn himself into God. Okay, so that's why we're going to discuss living in, well, it says living and dwelling in the godly state. Now I'm going to read some notes, okay, and I'm going to let you guys, you know, and blase, I'm going to talk about what it means, etc. But I'm pretty sure you guys are going to get the gist of it. I'm just going to be most likely not spitballing here, but just saying whatever comes to mind. Damn, that just sounds, I'm sorry, I just have my moments. Okay, so God does not question his or her actions, okay? God does not question his or her strong power, and God is in control at all times. Now, one thing we forget is that when we're manifesting, like when a person, like when we want something, okay, whether that's being a millionaire, whether that's getting out of poverty, because everybody wants to get out of poverty, let's be honest. I mean, do you want to be a millionaire? I'm pretty sure you do. If you don't want to be a millionaire, you don't have to be, but you might want to be a doctor. You might want to be you might want to be Superman, Spider-Man. I think we need Spider-Man. You might want to be, you know, whatever you want to be. But then we question it because that's our human instinct. The human mind, we question it. That's when the doubts and our fears tend to come in, and it takes over because we're in that third dimensional mindset. Okay, I like to say third dimensional state, but third dimensional mindset is good too. But anyway, but with God does not question his or her actions. God does not question his or her strong power, because God knows that with God everything is possible. Okay, I am in control. I can create and I can destroy, just like that. Damn it. Create and destroy. There we go. Okay, now a lot of people will not agree with this, because certain people will have this notion that, you know, you are not God, or you are not a goddess, and some people might take that on as a negative thing, but it's really not. If you really think about it, God is within you, and the reason God is within, because Neville said it himself, your imagination is of God. Okay, and when you start to imagine, and you're imagining these things that you want to happen in your life, you're manifesting that reality. Okay, you have that thought. That thought is powerful on its own, and you don't really, honestly, you don't have to necessarily take action. Not saying that you don't need to put in the work, because whatever you want to do in this world is going to require you to do work. I don't care what anyone says, but I'm saying, like, not you don't have to put yourself in a position like, okay, for example, your specific person. Let's go here. Some people think they might have to take action when they want to manifest somebody. Sometimes you don't have to take action, but if you want to, then that's your will. That's you're free to take action. Do what you do, okay? Now, on the other hand, when we're talking about getting to the next step of getting out of poverty, becoming, you know, financially stable or financially free, because financially stable and financially free are two different things. I'm not going to explain all that. You can go look that up on your own time. But that's going to be, okay, so I'm imagining myself, I'm imagining how it would be and how it would feel to be rich, how it would feel to be wealthy. What does wealth bring? What can wealth do where it can really change my life? It can change the whole dynamic of my life. You know what I'm saying? And see, when we imagine these things, we put ourselves in a position of, we think, what if it's not possible? What if I can't get to that place where that individual is at, that millionaire or that billionaire status? And we start to have those doubts and those fears. That's when we have to step aside, okay, and get out of our own way. And we have to embody, in other words, you're embodying your higher self, because your higher self is God, baby. Your higher self is God, baby. Your higher self is God, baby. It's God. We have to get out of our own way. I don't know why I did that. And we have to know that it is possible. If you ask, you shall receive. If you say, I want that, and you have the belief that I can have that, then it's mine. Let me tell you a few things. I don't necessarily talk about the few things that I manifested, but I've manifested a few things in my life. Recently, I had manifested that I wanted a job that was a lot closer, where I didn't have to travel too far out. And I did get a job. Do I like the job? No, I don't like the job. I don't like the job. I really don't like the job. I really don't. No, I really don't. And also, what else did I manifest? Because normally my manifestations, they're like a bit small, you know. I wouldn't say they're as big, but the things that I am manifesting right now, I want to say that I'm seeing a lot of movement, like within my channel. I'm seeing a lot of movement with my social media, things that are progressing. Like I put out like 2 videos yesterday, and next thing I knew, my Instagram followers were just going up, and I was just like, oh my God, like, and this is something that I remember scripting before, and I told myself that I want my followers to go up because I want to be a social media influencer. I want to be the best content creator, the best, you know, going out there, being a public speaker, motivational speaker, and all of these things. And me going back to school and taking a class, or, you know, taking a course, not a course, what do you call it? I would call it a trade. I'm thinking Job Corps, but we're just going to call it course. Okay. Yeah. And, you know, applying that is actually going to help me with doing more for my videos. It's going to help me with my writing, with me writing a book, because currently right now I am writing a book. Yes, I am. So these are the things that I want to say that I've manifested, these movements that I'm seeing within my my finances as well. I know that my finances are actually changing too, you know, and I've noticed that when I've shifted my perspective, because I have an abundance book that I read and I take notes, okay, and I show gratitude. Not saying that this is something you have to do, but these are things that I'm implementing in my everyday life in order for me not to manifest just money, but it's for me to change my mindset. Because when you want to, if you want to dwell and live in the godly state, you have to first know that you are a God. You have to first know and believe that you are a God, you are a goddess, and what you want is already yours. Because God is very powerful. God is honest. God is humble. God is strong. God is confident. God is intelligent, authoritative, respected, limitless, grounded, assertive, straightforward. God listens. God understands. God is patient. God is wise. You know, God is not jealous. I really do not believe that God is jealous. I've been told God is I don't believe that. I'm sorry. I don't believe that. I feel like God is observant. God does not give his or her. And if you ask, why do I say his or her? Because I don't really have or know whether or not, you know, it was a he or a she. But if we really do want to get technical, Eckhart Tolle did say that a lot of people put so many limitations, and that's why people are not as open-minded, because people think of God as a him or a her, when they should rather think of God as a feeling. Okay, and I do agree with that, but this is just what I wrote like about a couple of years ago, so that's why I have his or her. Give meaningless things. When you want to embody that God state, you have to believe and know that first everything is possible. Because if you don't believe that everything is possible, then it is not possible. I spent majority of my time while I'm dragging in carts in the hot ass sun, while I'm standing by the door on my feet. I had a blister on my feet, tired as hell, thinking to myself how much I hate this 9 to 5, and I do not want to be here, because this is not where I belong. This is not my life. But I made the mistake, and I actually watched a video of Gary Vee when he was talking about how we tend to make the mistakes of, we end up thinking that to impress other people, blowing our money on the wrong things, we could already be where we want to be. But we choose to not have that mindset. You know what I'm saying? Because we're focusing on what other people think and other people's opinions. A lot of people don't want to spend as much money in investing in their passion and investing within themselves, but they would rather invest in something meaningless, and that's not what God does. God does not pay attention to the meaningless things or care about the opinions or the thoughts of other people. Now, is this something that's easy to embody? Okay, let's say this. Let's go back to square one. If you have negative thoughts, and if you are always constantly surrounding yourself around people who are constantly putting you down and saying things like you are broke, that is not going to help you change your mindset. You need to surround yourself around like-minded individuals who think abundantly, okay? And this is something that is going to help you to dwell within this godly state. You affirming that you are wealthy and abundance is already within. A lot of people believe that abundance is just in money. Abundance of peace, abundance of love, abundance of friendship, familyship, relationships. Abundance is within everything. And one thing we have to remember is that what we are seeking is already within us. If this is making sense, follow me, because I know I tend to jump, but baby, just keep on paying attention. Okay, so like I was saying, now as human beings, we switch states all the time. Okay, you're not always gonna feel good, but let me tell you something. When I had went through that situation that I was telling you guys about, and I was affirming to myself that I am loved, I accept myself, I choose myself, I love myself, I have everything that I want, you know, I am wealthy. I was affirming these affirmations even when I wasn't feeling in that right state, but I was embodying that godly state. You get what I'm saying? Even though I felt like the way I was feeling, I was like, damn, because a part of my old self and my new self was fighting. My old self was fighting with my new self and telling my new self, this is not gonna happen. This is not true. These things are not possible. But my new self was telling my old self, no, this is possible. It will happen. It is happening, and it's happening right now. Okay? Now, when you want to embody that godly state, you have to first believe and know that God is within you, and you are God, you are the universe, and you are powerful. You have to know that anything that you want is yours. You have to naturally believe that it is obtainable. If you cannot believe that right away, you work through it by doing these simple techniques. Scripting is not to get you the manifestation. Scripting and affirming is not to get you what you need. It's to help you change your mindset. The mindset is the most important thing when manifesting whatever it is you desire. So when it comes to you embodying this godly state and dwelling in it, the more you reprogram your subconscious beliefs, and the more you actually do get up in the morning, meditate, work out, start to eat healthy, put better things in your body, It's not even just only vibrating on a vibrational level, but just really changing. You will naturally change the little things that you do from what you used to do. You didn't used to eat all that healthy stuff. You didn't used to do yoga. You didn't used to surround yourself around positive and like-minded individuals. You used to party. You used to be going down the street with Sammy all the time, going to go to the bar and drink every night. But no, now you're coming home and you've decided that, you know what, I am God, or I am a goddess, and what I want this life. I want to live in luxury. It is mine, and I know it's mine because I thought of it. Not just only because I thought of it, because I've already created it, because it already exists in another dimension, right? So when you are embodying this, you must remember that. Bring yourself back to this video too. That's why I wrote down God is humble, God is strong, and God is patient. You don't have to rush the process of asking yourself when and where and how is it going to happen. You don't have to do that. When I post my videos, I'm not looking for people to follow me on my Instagram. I'm not looking to see if people did this. I noticed that they did, and I was like, oh my goodness. I'm not looking at when people subscribe to my YouTube channel, or, you know, sometimes I look at it, but now I'm training myself to not even look at it and just to have fun. When you start to have fun with the things that you do and you just look at it as like something that's just so fun, like even with working out, you know, like yesterday, I walked a mile yesterday. I jogged with my godmom. Great. I did some push-ups. I was happy. You know, that was the second time I exercised out the day again, and I felt good, but I made it fun because I was telling myself, this is helping me. This is helping me to regulate my blood. This is helping me to lose weight. This is helping me to become the better version of myself. This is helping me to, you know, do more, get outside the house instead of always being cooped up in the house 24/7. You know, you always want to make things fun, and you want to look at manifesting as something that is fun. And manifesting is something natural. You can naturally manifest, naturally have fun with it. You don't always have to think that it's something that is difficult. So to embody this godly state, you have to first you have to realize, like I said in my last video, I believe, when I said awaken your inner badass, is to first know that you have to awaken the God and the goddess that is within you. Okay? Because that God and that goddess within you is speaking to you. That voice that you hear is telling you it's possible. That voice is telling you that you already have it. That voice is telling you that you can have anything. You just have to fully believe within yourself. Go past the potential. Be limitless. Do not limit yourself and stay within this mindset. Because even me, I'm seeing so much movement, and I'm seeing how me and my godmother, we have a better relationship. I'm having a better relationship with the people in my life. I'm starting to see there's many changes. I'm starting to see that I'm realizing that, you know, it's okay that the mistakes that I made, even though I made those mistakes, even though I had that setback, I need to look at this in more of a positive way and just say, you know what, I'm creating this life that I've created for myself. I know that it already exists, you know, regardless of what other people might think and what other people might say. You know what I'm saying? I was imagining and feeling what it would feel like to be in my lovely $1 million home. I'm imagining feeling what it would be like to be in my dream car that I oh man, baby, I got pictures of it, and oh, you already know, baby. So anyway, so I'm imagining these things of being with the love of my life. Well, not the love of my life, but my specific person, whatever it will be, the love of my life. However, I don't know, because I don't want to say all that. But you know, I'm like literally in my mind, like, okay, let me just, you feel me? Because when you and let me tell you this, you're, like I said, you're not going to be happy 24/7. Stop listening to people telling you, oh my God, you have to vibrate and you have to do this and F all that. And don't even, let me tell you something, you don't even have to do these techniques. The techniques is not, everyone's talking about 360, everyone's talking about this, you gotta do that, you got people saying this is what you'll do to, everyone is different, everyone manifests differently. Stop thinking that because this person got their manifestation that you're not gonna get yours. The whole point of manifesting is honestly, in my opinion, the whole point of manifesting is not to get what you want. It's to become who you want to be. And who do you want to be? I want to be at peace with myself. I want to be that higher, I want to be that confident version of Alize. I want to be that version that just doesn't care. So how can I become that version? I have to first know and awaken that inner goddess that is within me saying, hey, bless me. Hey, I know you haven't been listening to me, but girl, you need to start listening to me. Shoot. Okay? Because I'm sick of you not listening to me, girl. It's really, I'm sorry, I tickle myself sometimes, I'm sorry. So don't just look at this, embodying and being that you already are that God, you already are that goddess, And when we already assume this state, we will naturally feel this state. Now I understand that circumstances will get to you, because circumstances get to me too. I look at it and I'm like, you know what? But then something tells me you better not be a wuss. Quitting is for pussies. Straight up. It is. Because if you quit on yourself. Okay? So know that you are in control and this is your life. You don't have the control for anyone else's, but you have the control for yours. What you want to happen will happen. But you have to not even just believe it. You just got to know it. You just got to know, like, I know this will happen. Just like when I know any job that I speak to is going to want to hire me. Now, that's just a natural belief, and it naturally happens. My old Job Corps, I could go back to get my old job back. I can't apply right now. I could apply, like, in about a few more months. But I could go back to get that job, and they will hire me. I just know. Or I naturally know that my book is going to sell billions of copies worldwide, because I naturally know. Why? Because I believe in myself. Why? Because I can't look at other people to become that version of me. I can't look at other people to always be there. I have to look at myself and know that, Alize, you gotta really believe in yourself. You have to listen to the goddess that is within you and know that you are powerful. The power is within. I'm sorry, I keep thinking like it's a hair on my face. The power is within. Okay? And know to be humble about these things. Be confident within yourself. And know that you are smart, you are intelligent, you are wise. These are things that you have to tell yourself. Stop, guys, honestly, I don't care about my manifestations. I really don't, because I feel like some people just only want to manifest because they just want to get what they want. And yes, it's okay to get what you want, and of course, that's why who doesn't want to have what they want? I mean, yeah, great. But a lot of them also miss the biggest picture of manifesting. It's a self-love journey. It's a journey of self-realization. It's true enlightenment. It's becoming. It's not even becoming closer. It's you becoming that. Becoming your higher self, being a better you, me being a better me. It's not just about the things that you've gotten. Stop looking at money as if money is just a piece of paper. You are money. You are the product. You just got to put yourself out there. It's not, people look at it as, I want to be rich, but why do you want to be rich? I was told rich is loud. Wealthy is quiet. You want to be rich because you want to buy what? All the things you want to, ask yourself these questions like, what can it really do to change your life? Okay? So when you start to really embody this godly state, that was just something I just wanted to say. When you start to embody this godly state, you will know, because then you will start to look at your surroundings and you will start to know that everything that you see in front of you is nothing but an illusion, and that this is not the life that you were meant to live. This is not where it stops. No. My life is to keep going. I'm here for a reason. I'm in school. I start school Monday. I have a job. It's only part-time for the time being. I have a job interview, another job that wants to actually interview me, so they want me to become a residential advisor. And I've been a residential advisor. I've worked with college students. I'm going to be, what else am I doing? And I'm writing a book, and I'm doing YouTube, and I'm transitioning my YouTube into a podcast. I'm doing so much right now, posting on my videos, posting this, doing this on my Snapchat, doing all of these things, and I'm just making it happen. And I'm just trusting and putting full faith within myself and saying, you know what? I want to give myself a chance, and I want to put that and I want to invest in me and go all in and say F what anyone says, despite if people think, okay, you're gonna fail, that's stupid, that's dumb, you shouldn't be a content creator, you shouldn't put your stuff out here because the situation